Done. Redirecting to Facebook Live page. And I assume, guys, that we are now live on Facebook. Can someone check and confirm for me?
I can see it now.
You can?
Yeah.
You can see this one, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, in the Facebook group, My Passive Trades, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, fantastic. So we are live. We're live on Facebook. I will just open that up so that I can see it myself, so that we can see and answer any questions that are coming through. Right, okay, guys. So whilst that is all just loading up on my side, and I'm coming in to actually find the load that we're on. Yeah, first of all, thank you all for coming. Okay, so we've got quite a full panel today, so we've got a lot to get through. Of course, I've been away for a few weeks with family myself. Yeah, here we are. It's live now. Good. Okay, I can see it. Okay, so yeah, I've been away with family for a few weeks myself, guys, so it's a welcome back for me as well. We've got an awful lot to cover. We're going to go through everything from top to bottom, everything that's been going on. Albeit that I've been away for 3 weeks, I can tell you that the work definitely hasn't stopped. If anything, I'd say it's been a very busy time for us, and a lot going on. You trust the dog to always bark at the right time, can't you? Yeah, so it's been a really busy time, and we've got so much to cover. I know that Lydia actually wanted to start off because she wanted to go through My Passive Trades. Now obviously we're in My Passive Trades group at the minute, so we're going to kind of start off with My Passive Trades, then we're going to go and work on, we're going to go into everything else that Klaus is obviously doing as well at the same time. So to start off with, Lydia, would you like to give a little bit of an overview? I know you want to cover the trading tree and some other parts and things that are going on as well, so if you want to go through that, and I'll go and try and bribe the dog for 45 minutes. All right, thank you. Over to you.
Just a second. Just a second. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello.
Good. Victor, you're trying to share screen, mate. Don't share screen. Lydia talking. Victor, come on, buddy.
Yeah, I have some problems. Just a second. I can't see. Ah, okay.
Yeah, Victor, you're sharing the screen. Come off of screen share, Victor. Okay, yeah, I just removed Victor for a minute and I'll add him back on in a minute. You carry on.
Okay. Hello everyone, and hope everyone are doing well, and thank you very much for watching us and for being here with us tonight or in morning. Well, I will start with my passive trades. I will cover a little bit about this and about the trading school and about the chatterbox, and I will try to share my screen and show you something about the trading school, because I promised some things and I didn't deliver, so I will try to make up today. So with my passive trades, what to say, my passive trades is really amazing, and we don't have any issues, we don't have any problems, we just growing up, and the member base is almost on 50,000 members today, and Alexa rank is growing, and yeah, we are really expecting to be a #1 and on top of the system of the passive earnings. And if you've been watching my video, the last video I made about my passive trades, I showed the admin account, and you can see there the power of compounding and how you can build your accounts and that you can really make a serious money with my passive trades. And if you set your mindset, if you set your goals, and you will get there. And if you have struggling with the marketing, then John can help you here, and you can join John marketing course, and he will teach you how to do it. And it's very, very easy, but really with my passive trades, anyone can succeed. And if we add to this the referral commission, which we have 8% on level 1 and 3% on level 2, then really this can push your account even further, and really you can earn a lot. So we don't have any problems here, and as I said, really my passive trades is amazing. And withdrawals are going daily, and we're paying members every day, once per day, sometimes even twice or 3 times, depends, and we're paying 7 days per week. So yeah, everything is going nice with my passive trades. If you have any questions, then just put in the chat or ask us, and we will answer. And I will try to share my screen now for trading school, if I can. Can you see it? Okay, so I didn't prepare the presentation, but I made the video long time ago about trading school, so I will try to show you here, and I will put the link below so you can also see it. Just I will switch the sound on. Okay, let me find just a second. So okay, what you can get with trading school? Well, entering into trading school, which is cost just $99, you will get access to our trading course. Oh, just a second. I see myself to trading course. And you will get the access to 8 parts and 58 chapters of this trading course. And Nabil prepared a lot of video, I know he had, and he will upload them, and you will see what you can actually find there, and how you can learn about the trading school, and how to learn about the trading, and to learn the basics, and even more than just the basics. And if we go here, I will show you these 8 parts, what you will find there. I'm sorry for this, but I didn't have on slides this. And now my computer is slow, but okay, doesn't matter, it will be uploaded and I will come back to this, but I will tell you that entering into trading school and buying trading position, you will actually get access to our metrics, which is 3x1, and this means that you just need 3 positions below you to fill this matrix. And this means that, let me open this, this means that paying $99.99, it's divided into 3 parts, and first part is going to referral commission, second to direct referral commission, and the third one in new metric position re-entry. So when you will get, if you fill all the spots below, you will get back $99.99. So just with 3 positions, if you sell it, you will get this course for free. And even if you have direct referrals, then you will get extra $33.33 per referral. And also when you fill
Lydia, just to explain, guys, sorry Lydia to interrupt, what you mean that's $33.33 for every position below you and $33.33 for the matching bonus, yeah?
Yeah.
It's all right, just to make that clear, because
okay.
That's a little bit tricky. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and also you will get, when you fill all 3 spots, you will get a new re-entry you will get a new position, let's say like this. And I will try now to open these chapters and open this part so you can see what actually you can learn with trading course. And also we have one which is running by Nabil and the second running by Victor, which is doing the forex trading. So there is lots of things to be learned here, and also earn some extra money. And I'm afraid I will not be able to open this. Oh, I will. So this is the course which has 8 parts. First part is getting started, and the second market fundamentals. And you can see what you will learn here. And I will put you the link so you can see and watch it slowly. And the third part is philosophy, and the second game plans, and the 5th part is indicators and analysis. You can see how much content is here. And the 6th part is entries and exits, and the 7th is patterns, and the last one is, you can see how much, and the last one is the takeaway. So daily routine and bringing it all together. So I know that Nabil and Victor will mention this and explain you a little bit more about this. So I want to stop share the screen. Let me try it. I know it was not a good presentation, but I promise, and I will make a new one so for today, and just to see it, what we're actually offering and what is going on about the trading school. And let's mention a little bit about the Chatterbox, which is our social media platform. And I'm very happy to announce that we actually released the mobile app, and it's not live yet, but it's on pending in Google Store, and it should be live in maybe a minute, in 1 hour, maybe tomorrow. We will see. As soon as Google approves us, we are going live with this, and we will share this into the group so you will be able to download it. And also we have some news about the Chatterbox. You know that we have affiliate plan there, and we have 5 packages. So these 5 packages will stay, but we will reduce the price a lot. And now you have a daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, and lifetime package, and the price will go down a lot. And you will be able to get and you will be able to get monthly package for just $10. And also we will be open again a free giveaway of Chatterbox token, and we will build the Chatterbox token on our Eureka blockchain, and the holders of all Chatterbox tokens will be able to swap it on our Eureka X exchange when this will be ready, and we will make all the tutorials and everything, so don't worry, you will not miss this. And also if you find the referrals during this giveaway, you will get 20,000 tokens, but your referrals will need to go through verification process and will need to finish it, which means he will need to upload the document and prove the identity. But once we approve it, we will erase all the documents for our system, because we don't need this. We just need this so we don't have lots of fake accounts, and we really don't need this. So that's it from me. I hope I said what I wanted, and Darren, you can take over.
All right, perfect. Thank you. Perfect. Okay, so guys, that's pretty much a short overview of the trading school and my passive trades in general. Lots and lots and lots of people have been asking about the trading school, and obviously it's something that it's a skill for life, obviously, to learn in general. It has got a nice affiliate side with it as well, and I think it's something that a lot of people haven't really understood. So hopefully, if you try and engage in that more, then you'll get a really, really good understanding of that too. Okay, carrying on. We also touched on a little bit about Chatterbox there. I'm going to go into a little bit about Chatterbox too shortly, but before I do, I just say I can see questions starting to roll in on Facebook. That's great, but guys, can you keep the questions to the end? Normally, obviously, when I do a live myself, I tell everybody to do questions as I'm going through it, because the software that I use then actually brings me up the questions there. At the minute, I've got to jump between this and jump between Facebook. So what I'll do is that at the end of it, I will actually just go onto Facebook so that I can read off all of the questions, and I'll do a Q&A there and then on the spot. As you know I like to do, you can put me on the spot and ask anything. Okay, just like the admin panel today really, guys, because to let you in on the inside, everybody had planned to be able to get on to go through what we were actually going to discuss today. And because I had to go in and prepared to change my camera, we didn't quite get a chance to do that, but everybody knows everything anyway, so it's going to be easy flowing. I know who's best to say what, so we're going to roll like that anyway. Okay, now we're going to continue along the lines of my passive trades. We're going to bring out the big boys, the ones that everybody wants to see and hear from. Okay, the ones that make us all about money. Okay, not all, but the traders in the backgrounds. All right, so we're going to bring them out. So obviously we're going to start off with Nabil now. Nabil, as always, can you go through? Can you show some show inside the exchanges, prove the beautiful magic of which you do on a daily basis, and yeah, go through and show it as it should be, mate. All right.
Sure, man. Yeah. Hello, guys. Everyone in the panel. Thank you for coming in. It's amazing to see Tim, Nihal. It's really great what you're doing on the background, guys, and I'm happy to be here. So I'm gonna just jump into it. Before that, I'm gonna talk about the trading school. So it's, as Darren said, it's a lifetime skill. So I'm basically just preparing patches and to put them all to make sense all of it instead of just putting one by one, because sometimes I need to do a video and then the video before that. Maybe I took a little more of the time that I should have, but yeah, I'm just a human. Sometimes you get from a task to the other, and from trading this to replying to that, and sometimes it just time flies. So I'm just sorry if it took a little bit more of the time it needed. So anyways, I'm gonna just share the screen now. Okay. All right, so as last time, I'm gonna start with the funds. So okay, I'm gonna need to get back because I need to log into Kraken. So wait 1 sec. All right, I'll screen share. Okay, so this is our okay, so this is our Kraken account. We have here US dollar, nothing in AO, it's just US dollar because I'm entering in the other account, so just showing what we have here. And for Bittrex, the same, we have some US dollar here ready to be used. Oops, yeah, like where I should click is near stop, so it's 1 second. Okay, so I did it again, sorry. Yep. That's better. So for Binance, we have some positions of Binance. For those who are following, because I received some messages about my trades in the Telegram channel because I didn't put any trades since around 15 July. But I'm gonna get back to the charts later, and you're gonna understand why exactly I'm doing that. But anyways, you can see here that our position in EOS and Bitcoin, and then here Monero, Nano, and Zcash, we just have small positions from like ages ago, and you can see it's just like less than a third of a Bitcoin each, and it's just because of the technology, because Monero and Zcash and Nano have some specific technologies that I couldn't find anywhere else, so I just bought a little bit way early, but it's not too much. So here are like the positions that we're seriously in. So we can go to the orders and see that basically the last order was so yeah, so I need to do this. Okay. So if we check the last trades, we're gonna see that as you can see, guys, like in 14 July or something around that. So these are the positions that we entered in EOS, the last ones, and I'm gonna go to the charts and we can see where we are right now after this. So Binance has still the same thing, even though they changed the interface. They still have this. They take one position and they take it into very small positions. So I can go back like this, and you can see the EOS and the ones that I shared in. Because some people in Telegram thought that they're not receiving signals anymore or something. It was just because sometimes in trading you just need to be patient, and especially on the other hand, like DARREN was nailing this flag that we're here right now, and I'm gonna talk about this once I look at the chart. But anyway, like we didn't need to do double work. So for Poloniex, we have this here around 100K, and yeah, I have my Ethereum position here and half of the other Bitcoin position, and then some small stuff in just small change. It's not really. So I'm gonna just go to the charts and explain where we are now. So this is the Bitcoin daily chart. So as you can see, the 14th of July will go here. So as you can see, this is around the 14th of July, and this is where we are. So you can see that we're still in the same level. So because I'm trying to capitalize on the big moves, which are generally like the majority of the moves in crypto. Like you're gonna see like 70-80% of the time it's gonna be trending to a direction, and right now we're just swinging in the same level. So I'm basically waiting for this to resolve. Either we go up from here and I'm gonna add to my positions, or we're gonna get down here and then I'm gonna base my decisions on these trend lines and then the levels and all that. Maybe I'm gonna see how it's gonna act around this 7.5 if this 9.1 breaks. I'm expecting this 9.1 to break because in the monthly chart we are extended and we need a monthly higher low, and if it doesn't happen now, it will need to happen later. So maybe we're gonna see a little bit up. That's why I'm open to the position of going up, but at that point it's gonna mean that the monthly higher low will be set by the end of this year, and that's a little bit too much in terms of just especially when we see the kind of resistance that's hitting here. So maybe I'm expecting a higher low here that's gonna go to these trend lines, flirt a little bit with these exponential moving averages, and then we're gonna see a higher move up, and that's why I'm just keeping the positions so that I can add to them once I see how this thing resolves. So if we go to Ethereum, we can see that they're beat up. Ethereum and EOS have been beat up a lot, and the biggest move happened like this day, like especially like around that same time, and now we are grinding this trend line, and I'm gonna decide accordingly. I wanna add to them. I'm gonna add to Ethereum. I'm gonna add to EOS just a bit, but I wanna be sure that I can, like, if I can still get like a better discount basically on those buys. And the same thing here in EOS. I'm just following. I mean, let's go back to Ethereum, the weekly and all that, to see. So we know that if it would break this level, we're going to turn the weekly chart again. So it's going to be a very good indicator. But even if we don't, like, we know that it's going to be beat up, we can wait once it finds a bottom, and then we enter to decrease our entry price and see how it goes from there basically. But there is a big potential here because Bitcoin's dominance has been like going skyrocketing, and the ones that gonna survive in the altcoin world are the ones who are gonna make a lot of profits. A vision of like Bitcoin maximalists is that like everything is gonna die and only Bitcoin is gonna survive. Of course, this doesn't make sense, because we can see the world like not only Google survived, or not only Netflix or Facebook. We see like a lot of players in the same industry, and that's how basically the free markets work. So we're gonna see a lot of players in this industry, and this experience that we're having now, where we see that the correlation between Bitcoin and the alts changed, and before it was like easily correlated most of the time in 2018 and half of 2017 or something like that, and even more than half, like maybe 80% of the time in 2017. And now it's changing, and we see that Bitcoin is doing its thing, and alts are, some of them are just basically, like most of them are crashing, and that's the thing, like this correlation, once it's broke, we're gonna see which one that has like the power to stay. And seeing like the macros level, and looking at how Ethereum and EOS are governing themselves, and how their technology works and all that, and the basement that they have in terms of users and all that. I mean, you can easily bet on those as the winner, as they're gonna be the winner. And we're gonna have an alt season next one, but it's not gonna be for everyone. You're not gonna see like every single shitcoin moving 20% or 15%. You're gonna more see the money going to be concentrated on some big players. And I think that the positions that we have, we're not in a big loss yet, and we're gonna add to it so that we're gonna decrease our entry price, and we're gonna be almost break even soon, and then we're gonna play it from there. I agree that Bitcoin has been doing fantastic compared to the alts, and in EOS it's the same thing. So this is the daily chart. We see that I'm not gonna get into detail of every trend line or every level. I'm just gonna say that I'm waiting for it to settle so that I enter with more, and especially based on this, because if this breaks down, we're gonna see more downside here and here before the bounce. If this breaks up, these are the levels to enter. So I'm gonna decide accordingly. We don't have much days left here, as you can see. Like we can have like 3 days to the upside or 4 days to the downside. Maybe we can a little bit. Another thing that I want to talk about is the volume. As you can see, like the volume is decreasing. So once you see like less trades from my side in Telegram or something, just check the volume, and you're gonna see that it's a healthy consolidation. We still have like the most likely scenario is that a break up, but we can have a breakdown before a break up, which is gonna create a flag here on the monthly, and that's going to be very powerful, basically. So if it breaks the downside, I think more buyers are going to jump to the ship than the sellers. So I don't want to take much time on this, so I'm going to go to okay, so I think I'm going to just move it to Victor to show you the other accounts. I showed you just the crypto account that we have. I'm going to move it. Victor, are you there? He was there.
Yeah, I'm here now, view. Nice one.
Perfect. So yeah, so I'm gonna pass it to you, pass the baton, and let's do this.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
All right, Victor, go in, buddy. Start screen sharing. Go in, screen share, and show across the Forex side of it.
Okay. All right. Hey guys, it's Joseph. I'm Moto Victor here, and you already know me down there on Facebook. I'm always active, not like Nabil. That Nabil is always the busy type, always looking at trends and sharing analysis together. So I'm quickly going to show us our history on the Forex part here, which is going to be very brief because I'll be doing more updates on the Facebook group almost daily. So let me just go on with the screen share right now. Okay. I don't know if you can see my screen right now. Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. So I don't know how to move this stuff. I'm going to move this. As you can see on this account, we are having a balance of 82K. Over 82K US dollars on this, and you can see the profits and loss margin here. You can see we've profited over 27,000 US dollars on this particular account, almost 28,000 US dollars, And when you scroll up, you'll see the trade history. And with this account investor's password and login, it's currently available. I always put it on a post whenever I do my updates. You can log in and see, the activities on this account. And currently we even have a trade open. This is it, currently running. Well, earlier it was me and Nabil and Darren that was, looking at the trends. I know we took out some profits today also. So I'm quickly going to show you that. You check out the date here. You see, is today is the 23rd of August 2019, and you see 23 of August here 2019 here, and you can see today alone, if you should put this into mass and plus it, you see we're already over $2,000 on this account. Click on show us the next account, and that will be all from my side for today. So just give me a minute so I log into the next account. Okay, I'm on the next account right now. We recently started this, so we're trying to build it up a bit, and this will be up as soon as possible, available to the public too. You can see the balance here. The balance on this account is over 62K, almost 90K, that's 62.909.11K. And you see the total profit here, over $3,000. That's it on this account. This one will be available shortly, and you'll be able to log in and see the details and other activities we are doing on the account. Nothing to hide here, my friend. We are in for serious business. So I'll quickly return back to Darren now, because that'll be off from my side here. Thank you.
Thank you, buddy. Right, stop screen sharing for a minute, Victor, so I can switch over to me. Right, okay, thank you, Victor. Victor, just mute yourself for a second there, mate, as well. There you go, I'll do it for you. Right, okay. Hello, everybody. Right, back to the ugly one. Right, okay. We're going to go through now, and we're going to talk about everything that's kind of been going on for the last few weeks. We're going to talk about PR. We're going to talk about advertising, marketing. We're going to talk about kind of where we're going, what direction we're going, and kind of everything that's kind of left to do. So for my passive trades, as always, like if we're going to do this, we've always done it every 2 weeks. I'm sorry, obviously I was away for 3 weeks. Anybody who's English will probably understand. I went to somewhere called Cornwall, and if you've ever been to Cornwall, then you'll understand that getting connection in Cornwall, they haven't quite caught up with the concept of internet yet. So Wi-Fi there, I don't think they've quite caught up with 2G, let alone 4 or 5. So anyway, we're here now, and obviously we've gone through, and there's the update. I can say that I'd say probably about half of our funds at the minute are actually from MPT, are actually in the exchanges. If I explain a little bit as well, we almost do like a form of margin trading, but for ourselves. Up against our own funds, so that we don't need to keep all of the funds on exchanges at any given time. We don't need to trade with 100% of the funds at all times. Therefore, we don't need to keep all of those funds on the exchanges at any one time either. It's better for us in doing it that way, using like an internal type of margin basis. And we can obviously always move funds across with leverage, etc. when we need to, but in general, it's a much safer option for us to be able to keep our funds in and offline or cold storage, things like this. It's much safer for us. Okay, so for my passive trades, that's it, guys. It's pretty much that's about as complicated as it gets. And obviously, like I said, at the end of this, I'm going to do a Q&A, so you can go through and ask me all of your questions too. Now, I guess that moving forward, we're going to go on and we're going to talk about the exchange that I absolutely love, of course, and that has been a right royal roller coaster of a week with. But guys, to be honest with you, the sheer technology in there and the sheer excitement behind it, it's probably my fault as well. Probably got a little bit carried away. Realizing that I can't quite change the world overnight, So yeah, it's the excitement behind the scenes for it is phenomenal. The team obviously working on it. We had a slight setback, like I put in the group the other day. Binance, because for those of you that don't know, obviously Binance was hacked probably about 6 weeks ago now, 6-7 weeks ago. Binance suffered a hack, and as part of their kind of response to it, let's say, they've actually changed a lot of their APIs. The hack actually came through on one of their APIs, therefore they've done a load of upgrade to it, which is perfectly fine. We still comply with it, everything like that's not a problem. Just meant that we had to go through and update all of our APIs to coincide with theirs, which would be lovely if it didn't just mean a load more work to add into the mix. So guys, yeah, small setback there, but absolutely nothing to worry about. Testing and everything's going really, really well. Let's bring Tim forward actually, okay. Tim, do you want to talk a little bit about the PR actually? Let's get Tim to talk a little bit about the PR first. Tim's been working really hard. We've got a company that we're working with that are doing our PR currently, and the amount of places that stories are already blasting out to is amazing. And I think that we got, what is it, Tim, about another 400 or 500 to go. I think that they've just committed to
next week or so.
So I'll leave that to you to explain all of that. Yeah, I'll let you explain that.
Okay, so I click on, here we go. No, I don't. Oh. Sorry, I haven't done this before, so I'm looking as confused as everybody. You see me all right? No. No. Better go back to you, I think, Darren, for a minute.
Right, Tim, your screen sharing. You are viewing Tim's screen. In the middle or down the bottom somewhere, there's going to be a button. It says stop sharing. Right, you want to click on that?
Yeah, trying to find it.
Unfortunately, it's the only bit that it doesn't show me. In fact, let me bring you back here, and let me see if I can. Right. Okay. Cool. You've done it. You're good.
Yeah.
Far away. You're not screen sharing anymore. Yeah. You're on.
I can only see you. So, hello everybody. We've had an amazing couple of weeks of media. We've had a media release talking about the exchange and the 300 free ERK, which is a Eureka coin that everybody gets when they sign up to the exchange. That's gone out, and there's been a couple of hundred at least different media outlets, more than that, who have run with that PR campaign. 65 different crypto media outlets, and a very big lot of people and media outlets through Yahoo Finance, including Yahoo Finance and Business Insider and International Business Times. On the crypto network, it was the CCN and Coin Speaker, Bitcoin News, and as I say, 65 other ones in that area that I won't list through. But it's been going incredibly well, and the uptake has been fantastic. There's been, at the moment, there's about 13,500 members on the exchange, which has come from most of that. The KYC team are going crazy, doing all that to every time they get a couple of hundred done, there's a couple of hundred new members, so there's been a delay there, but it's going really well. There's more to come. There's another media stream which is about coming on in the next week, and we're going to keep rolling that out to everybody to make Eureka and Eureka Exchange and Eureka Coin and the Eureka Network blockchain, all those to really people to understand the whole ecosystem that we've been creating, which is quite extraordinary. So there's such a big team of people doing it. I've got the bit around the outside, helping with logos, making video animations, and doing, you know, the pretty stuff around the edge, while there's so many other people doing all the hard work in the middle of it. But it's an amazing team to be part of, and I think we're just going to get strength to strength. And that's, I don't know what much else to say except there, Darren.
Okay, buddy. Tim, before you do go, I got one last question for you, something for you to actually touch on, guys. For Tim obviously coming through, he deals a lot with the PR side, and I'd say the best way for me to describe Tim in terms of position is probably like public relations. He's speaking to everybody and anybody on an account, and quite incredible, really. Actually, not only his commitment to it, but the sheer amount of time that he saves that enables the will to keep moving. You know, we all have our own little things, but moving forward, one of the main things that Tim's actually going to be handling as well is the Tree of Life Foundation, which is the charitable side foundation of the Eureka blockchain. There is a certain, there's 10% circulation of the coin that is actually in it. And over time, obviously, that is to be sold to go on and help charitable funds. Now, Tim, obviously, that's something that I know that you're mega passionate about, and it's something that you're going to be pretty much taking full control of moving forward. So, do you want to give a little vision on what you see for that for the future, and kind of where your head is with that?
Sure, very gladly. The Eureka Tree of Life Foundation is, to me, one of the most exciting things about that project. The fact that with our Eureka ecosystem, 10% of all Eureka coins are held in this foundation called the Tree of Life Foundation. And funds that are generated from that initial pool of coins are going to help us do humanitarian projects around the world, which is, I can't think of a better thing to do. We're starting off creating some water wells in Nigeria, and there's a couple of different organisations we want to partner with. I won't say them yet because we haven't finalised discussions with them, but there's a couple of one in particular does incredible stuff. Not mainstream; they go into places where others are almost fear to tread. They look after the health of children in such an incredible way. And that's something that you'll hear a lot more about as we go forward and as we get involved in those projects, and as the Eureka ecosystem allows all that to take place. And it's just a really exciting and really wonderful contribution to making the world a better place.
Yeah, block by block, we will get there, eh? Right, okay, so Tim, thank you for that, buddy, as always. Right, which direction are we going to go now? I guess now I'm going to bring forward someone. John, don't worry, I am coming to you, buddy. I am coming to you. But before I do, I'm going to bring forward the whiz kid. I'm going to bring forward the one that knows what he's talking about. I'm going to bring forward the whiz kid, guys. Right, obviously, this is I'm going to bring forward Nihal. Nihal's actually we have two brothers pretty much that oversee and manage the programming. Obviously, they got programmers that work as well, but they pretty much oversee and manage everything. They have done for a very long time for us. And one of them is Nihal. Nihal is going to come forward. Nihal is the blockchain developer. He actually developed our blockchain and really oversees all of that. And guys, he's a smart ass, so we got to give him a little bit of gratitude there. But no, he's an extremely clever guy. And Nihal, you want to come forward and completely wow us with all of your technical abilities and all of your long words?
Yeah, sure, Darren. I guess it's my first live here. Okay, guys. So my name is Nihal, as Darren introduced to us. I've been working on the blockchain and smart contract and stuff. Like, it's basically like a little bit rocket science. So I won't go into too much technical details, right? So as you started using the blockchain, like, it's pretty cool. Like, we have the low block time of 30 seconds. seconds, right? Am I audible to you guys?
Yeah, mate, all good. Carry on.
Yeah. So like we have low block time of 30 seconds. So the block production is really good and the blockchain is working really fine. All there is left to do is to publish an Android wallet, which I'm currently doing. I already published it on the Play Store, like it's on the pending publication status. Like once it gets public, you won't have to download the entire blockchain. So basically, currently on our wallet, like you'll have to download the entire blockchain, because on the desktop wallets there is a feature of staking. Like you just only have to download the wallet, you'll have to just press a button and there you go. You can start staking by just pressing a button, right? But in that case you'll have to download the entire blockchain, and it will just mess up with your hard drive because it's too long and like it's too large. Like you essentially will be downloading entire block of the blockchain. So like we are going to publish an Android wallet and also the Chrome wallet, right? So you won't have to download the entire blockchain on that. The Chrome wallet will be essentially like MetaMask, if you ever use that in Ethereum. So and using that you can also interact with the smart contracts. That's the best functionality of mobile and Chrome wallet. Like you can just set up the smart contract in that and you can interact with that. It's cool. I guess that's all I have to say now.
You see, a smart man can take something so powerful and fit it into such a fit it into such a powerful speech. Now, thank you, guys. Do we actually have technical questions coming through? Like, if there's technical questions at the end, now's the time to ask. Or actually, no, wait until the end into the Q&A, and I will obviously read them off, and we'll see if whilst we have Nihal here. You can stretch his mind and
yeah, for sure.
ability yourself. But no, he's an absolute whiz kid, and we're very, very lucky to have him. So now, thank you as always, and I'm sure that we'll probably end up coming back to you very shortly anyway. You don't get away.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah.
Wait, I'm just going to break my.
The sound, Darren. Can't hear you.
Yeah, it helps if I unmute myself, doesn't it? Right, chatbots, yeah, as Lydia did say earlier, the app is pretty much waiting. It's almost ready to go. We will be reopening the free giveaway on the Chatbox token. The Chatbox token, though, at the minute, guys, we are moving that across to the Eureka blockchain. So we're going to be creating the token on the Eureka blockchain. It's also going to be purposely, guys, it's the first project that we're building on the Eureka blockchain so that we can see it because it's our project, and we can use it, making sure for a live project that everything obviously runs smoothly. So we're in the process of actually setting that up now. Everybody's tokens, everybody who's got Chatbox tokens, do not worry, do not panic. Your Ethereum ones will be absolutely fine. We have Eureka X, and we will use this as a massive benefit. That in Eureka X you will actually have markets set up, Chatbox token Ethereum against Chatbox token ERK. We'll put the ERK there, you come across with your Ethereum ones, and you will be able to just do the 1-for-1 swap extremely easy. And my support team will be mega happy because it will be the first swap that they've ever had to do not manually. Okay, so it makes life incredibly easier. Talking about apps though, moving forward, for the exchange, there's some really important things. I think everybody, if you haven't already kind of seen the exchange, if you don't know what we're all going on about, the exchange is essentially a central hub of all of the, of not quite all, but is going to be a central hub of a lot of the very big exchanges. So starting off with OKX and Binance, and moving forward, obviously KuCoin, HYIP, BTC, all of these different exchanges are actually going to be integrated into Eureka X. So all creating into one order book, mass liquidity, giving every trader pretty much a dream come true. Now, if that wasn't enough, we've also already got margin trading being put into it, which, like I said earlier, we do margin trading. We do margin trading internally. Many traders like to do margin trading externally, where they actually are using funds as well. And really, I think for me personally, and seeing from what we do as well, I really think that that's a large part of the future. And the reason for that is, if you've got a trader that's, say, trading with like let's say $1 million as a round figure, if they're using, say, buy 5 or buy 10 leverage, they only have to have 100,000 or 200,000 actually on the exchange, okay? And that they're only actually using that as their leverage mark instead of having to have the whole million on the exchange. So for anybody who is managing a portfolio of any size, only ever having to actually externally have a certain amount of your portfolio anywhere is a massive bonus. Of course, the other side is that it does give traders the ability to trade more. However, you know, guys, will always be careful regardless. So, margin trading, something very big coming in. Good chance we're even actually going to beat Binance to pull there, and actually be able to get margin trading in there quicker too. An app, we've got apps coming for Android, for iOS, for the exchange. For Chatterbox apps wise, we've also got Messenger ones coming for iOS, as well as the main site one. So pretty much there will be a total of 4 apps. There's the main site for both iOS and Android, and Messenger for iOS and Android. All of them are going to be coming out in the next few weeks. And really, I personally think that with the free giveaway on Chatterbox, I think it's going to absolutely blast off. We're kind of targeting there for about a million users across there. And like Lydia said earlier, with the packages, we're going to be reducing down the price of them, so that really it's going to be a point where it's just common sense to do it. The sheer amount of traffic that people are going to be getting for that. And you know what, guys, it really isn't. Certain sites, let's say some of the big sites, Facebook, etc., they charge abundantly more than what they actually need to be making a nice profit. So you know, if we can make a nice profit whilst at the same time offering a far better service, then that's where we want to be. Okay, I think that's about it for me. That's quite literally the me done. Okay, I'm actually going to be quiet for a minute. But guys, I'm going to put it over to all of you as well. So now is your time. I'm here. Pretty much anybody on the panel as well. If you want to direct, I'm going to manage this for a minute. But anybody on the panel as well, if you've got a direct question for anybody, you can ask them too, or you can just put it forward, and I will ask it if I know the answer. If not, I'll turn around to my team and see if someone more intelligent than myself can help me out. But no, we're going to go through, and now it's time for Q&A. No, it's not. I'm going to take that back completely. I'm really sorry, John. I even actually, just before things decided, said that I was coming back to you. John, go through, please. Take over for me, mate. I want you to talk about the marketing course, because I know that you've been doing that, and marketing in general. Buddy, go on, you take the reins.
Hi, good evening. Thank you, Darren. I nearly caught the bus home there, mate, so no worries. Yes, first of all, thanks to everybody arriving on the panel this evening. That's fantastic. Great to see all the new faces as well. The marketing course, we sort of got this going back in around the beginning of June, and we're into the second month now. And for those of you that have been following the marketing course, what I've purposely done is gone back to the very beginning, peeled everything back to someone who's never touched marketing, has never seen anything like that type of concept before, and sort of introduced the idea of how to basically grow your brand over time. Because effectively, when you advertise online, the better you are in terms of, I don't know what's happened there. Have I lost my picture? Can you still hear me?
Yeah, John.
When you are online, the most effective way to engage with people is to show them who you are. Show them your natural talent, natural ability, you know, basically come across them as a person, and to engage with them in that way is much and far more effective moving forward. So what we've done during the course of the last sort of 2 months is taken various segments of how to present yourself, how to engage with your audience, how to look at the type of product you're selling, see what the audience is for that particular product, and basically grow with it day by day by day. Now, underlying all of that, of course, is the mindset that you need to bring on and to be able to overcome the hurdles and the stumbles that we face on a day-to-day basis in the online world, and to break through those particular little hurdles, little barriers, little things that tickle your mind and say you can't do this, you can't do that, I want to give up, I'm not interested in this anymore. And for those of you that persevere and stick to your plan, and by that I mean, you know, adhere to the tasks that we've set, and there's been over 20 different tasks that we've introduced in the marketing course, right up to the last one, I think yesterday, goal setting. That will give you 100% strong platform upon which to build moving forward. The next stage of the marketing course is going to go into video marketing, and that is where it becomes very, very effective for those people that have taken that opportunity, the time, the effort, the patience, the desire, and the need to give themselves the right place at the right time. Now, if I speak about myself and my audience or my panel, Lydia particularly, and Dan certainly, you know, we all start in the same place at the very, very beginning. And by that, everybody else can do exactly the same. No one is any different to anybody else. Everybody has the same mechanism within them. It's how you appeal to your audience and learn the skills that give you a bigger audience and a more attractive audience, and certainly a more, you know, engagement moving forward as well. So the marketing course is there for you. We have the marketing group called Polaris Marketing Training. Come on over, subscribe, get yourselves involved. I'll be running this course, you know, on an ongoing basis. Feel free to contact me, which the guys have been doing. You know, already I've seen 2, 3 superstars starting to come through, and I'll be showcasing some of their work very shortly as well. So it's going to give them the opportunity to, you know, sort of have the lights on them for a bit, and they take that on as well, because the way the course is put together, it's designed for you to replicate that in your own way, with your own group, your own members, your own affiliates, and, you know, and to build it that way as well. So I'm not going to say any more than that. It's been certainly a very interesting couple of months on that front. And as I said, there's been a couple of superstars starting to come through, and I'm delighted for them. And I'll be announcing those people in the group very, very shortly. So I think that's all for now.
Perfect, thank you, John. I think with that marketing course, I think it would only be natural, really, for us to add in a couple of competitions in there as well, shall we? I'll knock heads together with John over the next couple of days, and we'll come up with something, and we'll start some competitions going live in there as well to build some excitement around personal development, which for anybody that knows me will know that it is something that I'm extremely hot on. Okay, so really, I guess that we've kind of covered best part of everything. Everything that we can do without going into probably next Wednesday. So, I mean, we could do, guys, with the sheer amount that we've got going on, we can only really do a brief overview on everything. If we really go into everything in detail, then we probably will all still be sat here at some point next week. So now I'm going to open it up for Q&A. You fire away, you ask your questions. We are all here. None of us have anywhere to run to. None of us have anywhere to hide. You ask us on the spot. Everything and anything that you wish to. I do have a couple of questions here actually on the panel itself for people that are on Zoom. And one is a question that I've seen floating around a little bit, and I knew it was coming today, so it's actually a good thing that you managed to make it. I have a question about the Eureka Exchange. Whenever anyone would like to answer, will Eureka Exchange ever block trades to the United States? Okay, now we are aware that some of the big exchanges have gone and taken this step, and it's becoming more common in certain places with some of the rules obviously that have been brought in certain places. For us, we always intend to comply within the rules, especially on the technical side of things. Work has already begun with that in order to be able to do in line with the very little really that is actually being put in line. But the work is being done already. None of that actually is to become compulsory for at least another, I think, 14 months from now anyway. But the honest answer to the question is not unless we absolutely have to. We will fight it. It is only if it is literally a do or die situation that we would ever look at needing to consider it. It's not something that we would do in a rush, but equally, if we're playing ball and if we're playing fairly, but that still ain't good enough, then sometimes there's nothing that you can do. Having said that, obviously, if this does happen in the instance, then it's not a case of anybody losing anything. It's just a case of having to stop in certain areas. But the honest answer is, with exchanges at the minute, with the amount of with the way that obviously regulation is starting to kind of come in a little bit more to play, it's starting to actually put lines in place for us to be able to follow. I don't really see it being a problem, to be honest. However, having said that, I haven't got a crystal ball to be able to look into the future. So the honest answer is, it's not something that we want to do. It's not something that we intend to do, and it's something that we'll only do if the US really doesn't want us, I guess. Okay, I'm coming across to Facebook now, guys, so I'm overlooking the Facebook chat as well. And now's the chance. I'll go through, ask all of your questions. Hit us with all of your questions. If you've got one for a specific member of the team, and do that too. Or obviously if it's something that's like I said, too technical for me, then I can get one of the smarter ones to be able to do that too. Okay, so what will happen with Chrysalis and some of the charitable tokens from before? Okay, so the actual charities, yes. Okay, yeah, very good question. Right, Chrysalis is, and the other charitable projects that we opened before, absolutely. All of the actual charitable, the actual projects for them are all being rolled over with Eureka as part of the Tree of Life Foundation. So part of Tree of Life Foundation will be going to actually set up all of these projects as well and give them a far better boost. One of the main reasons that we decided to consolidate into all into one was actually because it would give a far better response, and it would allow us to really be able to put a lot more into them and really to be able to get far better results all the way around. So yeah, absolutely, all of them, all of the charities really that we're committed to, we will be sticking with that as well. Yeah, I just had a really good point come through now. It's just mentioned to me a really good point as well. Going back to the question about the USA as well, obviously large amounts of traffic I foresee over the next, probably about over the next 18 months is really going to go on to decentralized exchanges as well. We actually have our own decentralized exchange. It's currently been rebranded into becoming Eureka Dex, because the Eureka markets are going to be added into there too. And obviously as a decentralized exchange, there's a bit more of anonymity to it too. So you can almost say no to the question in sorts. Hi Dan, how are you? I'm very well, thank you. My questions: do you have any plan to use AI to supplement the efforts of your traders? By AI, do we have any plan to introduce artificial intelligence to supplement the efforts of your traders? So pretty much to kind of bring that back to what that means, are we going to be using any form of bots to help the traders? Absolutely not. None of us agree with bots as traders in general. We don't agree with it.
Unless it's a very, very smart bot, yeah, it's gonna do more harm than good.
Yeah.
Unless it's like it has consciousness or something like.
Yeah.
I don't think.
The only type of bot that we would ever really consider, to be honest, is a human controlled one, which kind of defeats the object. We have looked at bots that will allow that you could integrate into different exchanges at the same time, where you could put in, say, a buy order and it would buy across multiple exchanges, and obviously getting you the best price, and vice versa. Sell. That type of bot we considered, but then we just kind of decided that we'd make an exchange that did exactly the same thing and made it available for the rest of the world too. So other than that, guys, no, not really. In terms of bots, it's not something we agree with. How soon are we going to see Eureka blockchain as the sole payment gateway to MPTs? We have no intention of making it the sole gateway for MPT. That's not really an intention for us. It will become a payment. It will become an option, of which it will have its own wallets. It'll be Eureka in, Eureka out, just like it's BTC or Ethereum in, BTC and Ethereum out. But we don't actually intend to change that anyway. Right, guys, I literally, all of a sudden, I've got loads of questions coming in. So if I don't answer your question because I just missed quite a big one, please add your question back in. In fact, add your question back in. Raymond, add your question back in because I missed the third point as well. My question, you mentioned something about reserves. Your reserves to par would withstand significant downtime in the market. Yeah, absolutely. Reserves are always there for that specific reason as well. No trader in the world is always going to win, so obviously that's why we keep reserves there. It's pretty much building profit for a rainy day, and really that's what it's there for. So to answer that question very quickly, yes, we do, and yes, we have more than enough in reserve to be able to sustain the market. If it's not really, to be honest with you, a market going down isn't really a problem for us, because you can long, you can short. If a market's going down and it's looking bearish, you can short it just as well as you can long. You can make just as much money doing that, and that's not of a concern. The main concern, like the Bill touched on earlier, is when there's really little volume. Like if there's very little volume, it's not safe to trade really. You can go in, you can do a little bit of scalping, a little bit of on light movements with smaller funds, but on a big time you can't really do it. So really it's for that kind of period. Going back to probably thinking more of about May, June time last year would be an ideal type of thing for that. The volume was incredibly low, in which case it wasn't really safe to trade for a couple of days. For a couple of weeks. Having said that, even during those times we were still able to actually pick up on enough trades to hit the target. My question is, are we able to transfer Eureka wallet from another device, laptop? Very, very good question. Nihal, that's one for you, but I'll give you a minute to think of the answer whilst I'm going through, because I need to catch up on these before we go. How many users in MPT? About 14,500 at the minute. Nihal, you got the answer to that? Are we able to are we able to transfer? I mean, these are coming in really quick. Pretty much the question was, are we able to transfer? If someone downloads the wallet on one computer, are they able to move that across to another wallet? EurecaX launching date, we will announce very, very soon over this coming week. We are just putting together some final bits and pieces, making sure we obviously want to do retesting on the APIs before we even consider actually going live. Hello Darren, I commend you for the great work you're doing online. I'm one of the members that joined the community recently and need to clear me up on these things. What could security measures does the site take against any attempt to hack on all the exchanges you trade? What security did the company take? Okay, so yeah, pretty much like I said earlier, we use margins, so we only actually have a small amount of our overall funds on the exchanges at any given time, of which is obviously counteracted by our reserve funds too, should anything happen. So there is that for a start. On our exchange on my passive trades in general, there is never any funds connected to the site. What isn't there can't be taken pretty much. We back up data hourly so that should anybody actually get into it, we would just re-back up the data and therefore carry on, and they would have accomplished absolutely nothing. Taking away the incentive is the best way to deal with this. At the end of the day, technology hackers, if somebody wants to get in, then they will. We do also use Cloudflare and other security measures too, to stop against DDoS and such things like that. We have Pierce puncture tests done once a month, where they will actually give us an insight as to if there are weaknesses and where they are. But really it's just a matter of kind of keeping the money safe, completely disconnected from everywhere, except for that on the exchange that is actually being used. And even what is on the exchanges, and the bill has already shown, is split among 4 or 5 different exchanges at any time, plus about 2 or 3 Forex accounts across different exchanges too. If I want to know if anybody had joined my passive trade next, is the person late? Absolutely not. We're stronger. We're considerably stronger now than the day that we started. I'm encouraged by the results of those who have been with NPT last year. Hope NPT will stay alive, join, and enjoy the system as well. Absolutely. Like I said, we are getting stronger and stronger by the day. And now my passive trades, obviously you've seen, has been part of Polaris Universities. Essentially, it's also backed by a cryptocurrency exchange. It's backed by its own blockchain. Literally, I don't think anybody else out there really has anything that could even be compared to my passive trades, to be honest. Right, Nihal?
Yeah, Darren, I would like to answer that question.
Yeah, I bought myself 30 seconds here, so I got a 30-second gap. So you go ahead, and Nihal, if you can explain the answer to the question of can it be moved across?
Yeah, sure. So the answer is yes. Like, it's absolutely possible to transfer wallet from old device to the new one. You just need to back up that wallet from old device and restore that in the new one. So what you can do is, like, if you have your wallet encrypted, first unencrypt that wallet or unlock that wallet. Then there is an option in file menu to back up the wallet. Once you back up the wallet, you need to copy that file, the backup you created from the old wallet, from the old computer. You need to move that file to the newer one. Then you will need to select option to restore wallet, and you just need to select the file that you just pasted, and that's all. You're good to go.
I know how you'll create a video to show how to do that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'll create one.
There we go. Now I will create a video that you can follow step by step. That would be the easiest way for that, guys. Nihal, thank you, buddy. Right. Will you ever entertain the idea of increasing the percentage of profits as you grow and get bigger? You know, it's something that we've looked at and we've considered, and I mean, even now we could, because obviously we've got the reserve fund there, but the real question behind it is, like, I'd rather just build on the reserve and keep it as it is, keep it running smoothly as it is. I mean, 1% per day is nice anyway, you know, and it, the way I've always looked at it, I'd rather build that safety net bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger than what I would do a faster payout here in the short term. So no. Oh, okay. Example, instead of 1.25 up to 120%, to 3% up to 300%, absolutely not. Don't want to run a Ponzi, don't want to run something that ain't sustainable. Wouldn't put my name to it, wouldn't put my face to it. Absolutely not a chance. Nothing like that. That's the cowboy dream, and wouldn't want anything to do with that whatsoever. My passive trades is sustainable. It's not the fastest, but we know fast don't last. It's sustainable. It actually, we run it dollar to dollar and build upon that a reserve too. So no, absolutely Absolutely not a chance. You missed my question and compliment to Kenji and Debbie. Sorry, Maria, I missed a couple. Could you please add something in our account? I would like to see the totals of the commissions of referrals and also the totals per referral. Sending a support ticket is something that we can speak to technical about, and we'll see if it's something. We'll see the work that will be required and to be able to add that. But if you do go on referral history, you can see all of the referrals that you are getting per your referrals too. Joanna's totally understand. Stay with what keeps us in the long game. That's it, Joe. For us, it's a long-term thing. We intend to run it for a very, very, very long time. And for us, sustainability is the most important thing. At this time, which exchange has the most volume for trading ERK? Good question. Probably, I would say probably Crux24. But I'll have to actually double check through that to check for you. To be honest with you, in terms of volume for ERK and things like that, it's not something that is a massive focus for us at the minute. Obviously, getting up Eureka X is going to be the central hub really for where a lot of the trading for Eureka's obviously going to happen. Eureka's going to be set against any project that comes along really on there is going to be listed against ERK, and actually listing against ERK is free. Any project can list against the ERK for free. There's just a fee for the other ones. So yeah, the volume we expect to build through on that considerably quicker. I did see as well someone asked about different exchanges for listing Eureka Coin. We will be listing Eureka Coin on the different exchanges, but the main prominent part, let's say, for that as well is that we will be using the listing fees that we get from projects listing on Eureka X. We will be using them for paying for Eureka Coin to be listed on other exchanges too. Plus, we're already actually being contacted by people who have other exchanges that want to do a mutual swap. MPT is the best long-term sustainable platform. I totally agree. Like I said, I don't know of any other passive system out there really that kind of that's backed by kind of anything like what we are, to be honest. Is the Eureka Coin we got from airdrop different from Eureka token? No, Eureka Coin that you've got is that's the one for the blockchain. Eureka token was what we used whilst we were still in development mode, let's say, but now we're out there, it's out of development, so the Eureka Coin is what you need to be having. What do you want to achieve in the next 5 years for the platform? Thinking quite ahead. Over the next 5 years, to be honest, I expect it to have donated millions to charity. I expect the price over the next five years, to be honest, I expect the price to be in probably actually approaching in the double figures in dollars, that is. Projects, in terms of projects being built on it, obviously lots of different projects being built on it. As investors grow, risk also grows to make more profits. It does to a degree, but I mean, when you've got a strategy, our strategy that we've obviously created is extremely scalable. So we're definitely not in any kind of position at the minute where we're anywhere near too big for that. And having the exchange, having the blockchain, having things like everything else as well, having Chatterbox, everything else that we've kind of got with it, the more people that we've got, as much as obviously there's a need to make more profits, there's a lot more products out there as well. You know, there's a lot more people talking about the other products, which therefore having the larger community actually really helps us in making more profit as well. So it does swing in both ways, kind of scales itself out there, let's say. Can we transfer Eureka Coin into our wallet trading sites like Trade Satoshi? Absolutely, yeah. Better at the moment, keep our ERK in the website for ERK, or sending to keep it in the website. When you withdraw from the website from now, do not put any ERC20 token wallet in there, because you will be sent the actual coin. So if you're going to go to the website to go and put in a withdrawal, make sure that you put the actual coin in, because make sure you put in an actual Eureka wallet address, not an ERC20 one, because Eureka is no longer an ERC20 token. Can you explain about 3% stop loss strategy, Nabil? Nabil, over to you.
I didn't hear the last question. Can you repeat that?
It's not a good one for me to answer. Can you explain?
What is it? Yeah, just.
Can you explain about the 3% stop loss strategy?
3% stop loss. No, okay. So my stop losses, yeah, generally it's gonna be 3% of the position. But yeah, this is not what I'm aiming. I'm aiming more about stop losses being like 0.3% of the whole fund or something like that. So I always look at stop losses that way. So explaining. Okay. I don't know what.
Quickly, because my
specific thing he wants me to explain. But anyways, like. You put a stop loss based on the swing low of the lower time frames of the like for example, I want to get into the 4 hour. I'm going to go to the hourly, see the if there is a key level there that there are more probabilities that it's going to be held, and then if that level is around 3%, that's generally just a coincidence, because what's that matter is the risk to reward ratio. It's not always how you trade that way. You trade that way when the market is trending down, when it's not sure or something. But when we jump for 6 months on a monthly chart to a new phase, then you change a little bit your trading style. So if you can look at what I'm doing, you're gonna see that I let my stop losses loose recently in 2019, because the market is with us. Like the monthly, weekly, daily chart is on our side. So you put less and less of stop losses. So if that was your question, maybe that's.
Oh, I'm getting tired. All this exercise, running from one conference to the other. Right, okay. I think that we're pretty much there now, guys. Is MPT available in every country? Yes, it is, absolutely. This helps understand how safe the program is. Yeah, stop losses are obviously something that's really, really important in terms of making sure that you're managing the losses against the wins, to make sure that you're constantly in the green. If it'd be possible, can you keep dropping us signals in the Telegram group? I mostly see only Forex signals. Yeah, like that. Absolutely, the crypto ones are going to be coming, like Nabil did touch on earlier. The market over the last few weeks has been very much in a consolidatory phase, which is brilliant for doing short trades, but for doing bigger moves and watching which way the market's actually going, it's not. And with volume dropping off as well, it's not a terrific time to be trading. It's a good time to be kind of sat there digging in your heels, watching and analysing which way it's going to go, and waiting for that signal. And when it does come, then going in it in hard. So Nabil will be, I'm sure, flying through lots and lots of signals. Just wait until when the time is right, Nabil, right? Exactly, yeah. Okay, what we have to do, if our ERK is in ERC20, don't worry guys, okay, lots of people still holding ERK as an ERC20 token. Do not worry, hold it where it is for now. If it was on one of the exchanges, then it would have already been swapped for you. So the Eureka that you have on Trade Satoshi, X24, or Instant BitX, or on all of those exchanges, it will be the actual coin already. However, if you've got it in your wallet or something like that, do not panic. Eureka X market, where as soon as we can, we will be opening up the Eureka X, the Eureka ERC20 token against the Eureka blockchain token, Eureka blockchain coin, so that you will be able to bring the token, you will be able to trade directly 1-for-1 in for the coin, and then you'll have it in your wallet address on the exchange. Okay. How and where can I get the Eureka wallet? How and where can I get the Eureka wallet? Okay, so for the actual Eureka wallet in itself, it's not done in blockchain. Nabil, Nihal, you added it to eurekacoin.io, or you added it to the Block Explorer?
No, I added it to the eurekacoin.io. Just go to the download page, and according to your platform or operating system that you are using, just download that particular wallet and you're good to go.
Brilliant, thank you, buddy. There we go. Is MPT available in every country? Yes. Muriel, yes, it is. It is. Does Nabil have an Islamic account with his broker?
Nope.
No. No. Imran, maybe you can explain a little bit as to what you mean by that in terms of it being Islamic based. But no, I mean, with Imran as well, obviously trading on crypto exchanges, you don't really have a broker. Yeah, you're trading obviously peer to peer, so you're not using a direct broker. We have a link from site. I have someone try to do the KYC on Eureka site from Algeria, but it is not listed in the list. Is it restricted? No, it's not. We spoke to programming, they are adding it, and it will be there very, very soon. Tell them not to panic too much, and tell them not to panic too much. Tell them to actually, if they can, just send a copy of their ID to the support. Support will pick it up directly, and they will be able to go in and approve it directly. But it is something that Algeria is being added. I'm not sure why it's not on there, to be honest. One that got through the grapevine, I guess. Right, I think that we're done. They are not coming in for now, and so I think that we're going to need to take a pause. So guys, I'm going to say that's it for Q&A, because I'm going to jump over to the actual Hangout side as well, where I can't quite see it all. And nothing on here. Okay, guys, I guess that's it. A massive thank you to everybody for coming. A massive thank you to everybody on the panel. For me, guys, I'm going to actually take the time here as well to say thank you to everybody on the panel. It's no kind of it's not a hidden thing that a lot of this was my vision, I guess we can say, but I wouldn't have been able to do any of it without everybody on this panel, and everybody has their piece, and everybody is a cog in a very, very big wheel. And the amount of work and effort that everybody puts in for us to actually be where we are is incredible. So just a massive thank you to everybody too. And for all of the members, obviously, I see whenever I go in the group, everybody thanks me, everybody shows me the world of appreciation, which is great. But really, guys, everybody here all does equal shifts, really, to be fair. So just giving everybody a great big thank you as well whilst we're there. So that's it from me. I hope that this has been useful for you. I hope that we've been able to show you kind of everything and anything. We try and be as absolutely transparent as possible, probably more than we should. But guys, there we go. We're there once again at the end of another 2 weeks. Let's look forward to the next 2 weeks, because I'm sure that by the end of the next 2 weeks, we're going to have some very, 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 very exciting stuff to actually physically be in, to be showing you as it's live. All right. So guys, that's it from me. Thank you everybody for coming, and I guess we'll see you probably really soon in the group. Over the next couple of days, I'll be doing more lives and more Q&A. So if you didn't get your question answers today, don't panic. Darren is back in full swing, and you ain't going to be able to get away from him. So just enjoy the time whilst you can. That's it for me, guys. Goodbye. Thank you for coming, and we'll speak to you all very soon.
I think we're
Adios,
still
amigos.
live. Okay, bye-bye. Bye, Tim.
See you later. Cheers.